Hello everyone, welcome into Last Protagonist Plays Mortal Shell. I hope you guys are doing well. If you're new to the channel, I'm Last Protagonist. I like to play a bunch of Soulslikes, Metroidvanias, action platformers, things like that. I also really like delving into the story and lore of games, and Mortal Shell is a game that's been on my playlist for a very long time at this point. This came out, I think, in 2020, and I was excited for when this game came out because it kind of reminded me of Dark Souls, obviously, but also another obscure gem called Illusion of Gaia, or Illusion of Time to my European counterparts. And the idea of having a kind of main character that can get different types of characters unlocked kind of reminded me of that game. So I was really intrigued at what this one had to offer. Unfortunately, Mortal Shell kind of came out with a pretty mixed or lukewarm reception, which was a little bit disappointing because I had been looking forward to it. But I'm always a little bit, what's the word? Reluctant or skeptical of new releases from studios that haven't been very tried and tested. So I was kind of fine leaving Mortal Shell on the back burner and coming back to it eventually if I ever really had the interest to do so. So with the announcement of Mortal Shell 2, I think now is a good time as ever to dive into Mortal Shell 1, see if we like the game. I hope I do. I've been looking forward to this one for a while. So, hey, Robbie, Mendacious, Ulfer, welcome back in, you guys. You just got home and saw this? Hell yeah. The shells are hard, but we are harder? Okay. So, all right. With all of that intro stuff out of the way, let's go ahead and dive on in. I'll try to be quiet during cutscenes and stuff. But there's no volume right now, but once I start the game going, let me know how the volume is for you guys, and I'll adjust things there. It's definitely flawed. Oof. Yeah, I thought the art and stuff for it looked really good, and the premise seemed cool. So hopefully they iron out a lot of the issues in the sequel. Hey, Platinum Chip, welcome back, sir. How you doing? I forgot to do something. Do I need to up my volume a ton? It's just super quiet. Okay. Just the brightness of the screen until the symbol on the left is barely visible. I'm gonna bump it a little bit more. So this should be okay. Although, how much of the symbol am I supposed to see? Okay, so the middle part is just not very bright at all. Okay, the sound effects are way louder. Automatically lock on target. Yes? I don't know. Visible on hit. Display damage numbers? May as well, right? Why wouldn't I? Hold to dismiss. To dismiss what? I don't know what that means. I'm doing well, Platinum. Thank you. Robbie, this was published by the same company that published The Last Faith and Balacho. Oh, really? So they're made by different studios, though, are they not? Mendacious, you beta tested the sequel and couldn't tell anyone about it because of the NDA. It was killing you. You were enjoying it, right? Pretty sure you were popping off on the Discord about it. When's the game supposed to release again? The second one? Okay, I am definitely going to turn the sound effects down because that's just a little bit obnoxious. Especially compared to the music and stuff. Like, even these sound effects are a lot quieter. Oh, UI versus effects. That's actually a nice thing to adjust. What is high, low, and why would you adjust quality? This seems like a PC setting. It's kind of weird, though. Not going to worry too much about controls just yet. Seasonal content? Should I leave that? I guess I should. I don't want to do any online stuff. Probably should have put the PS5 back in offline mode, but I had to update to download the game and crap. Okay, that's still way too loud. Does this just not even affect it? Okay, that's extremely annoying. Okay, so it's under UI. Put that back up to 10 for now. Why are they so different volume-wise? Mendacious, no release date yet. They're still putting patches out for the open beta for bug fixing. Okay, thank you, sir. For some reason, I thought that they'd come out with a release date, and I just forgot it. Thought it was supposed to come out this summer or something. Might be thinking of something else. Tar and glimpses. Right, here we go. Glimpse of truth. Use this item to reveal its effect. The glimpse of truth glows bright. Beyond the grip of the familiar, a threshold demands to be crossed. The mortal shells yearn for meeting, awaiting a glimpse of something I couldn't read. It's me, we're beef jerky. Okay, we can move around already. Hey, Christopher Hart, welcome in. Damn, I haven't played this yet. It's good, but short. Is it good? I've heard a lot of mixed things about it. Oof, the frame rate's pretty rough. I think I have the PS4 version of the game. I got it, I'm pretty sure, on PS Plus. I saw like a PS5 enhancement pack, but I'm like, I'm not gonna pay for that. It's kind of rough. I feel like I need to turn down the camera sensitivity. Okay. What is force feedback? Ballista Zuka? Let's turn this down to 7. Okay, that feels pretty good. Oh, it also makes it like less jittery. Weird. Hey, Mo, welcome back. How you doing? Mortal Shell, yes, sir. Can I run yet? Nope. Yes. Circle. Oh, he's got the poop walk. Oh, Lord, he aura farming. Why does it look like we're wearing a thong almost? Is it similar to DS1? Okay, cool. That's my favorite DS. Hold on, I need to press something on my monitor. I might scoot things up here for a second. Okay, we're good. You have inherited the ability to harden your body. Hardening prevents harm from attacks, but is broken quickly upon taking physical damage. Hold L2 to harden. So I'm assuming this is kind of like the parry mechanic. How long do I get to harden? Wait, what's the X for? Huh? Why did the X just glow? It's a badass looking sword. Alright, I'm gonna make a bit of a cursed comment, but why do we have such crusty cheeks? Weapon equipped, hallowed sword. A heavy sword with a hollow at its center. Interesting. Wait, what? What was that swing? Is it because I held it? Huh. Oh, it must have been the third follow-up. So if I hold the R1 button, it slows the attacks down to maybe hit more? To hit harder, rather? Alright, so it takes a while for the move to reset. You can hold the block indefinitely? That's crazy to me. Or Kakuna. Or what's the other one? The Weevil one? Not Weevil. But Weevil's a real thing. Kakuna. The Beedrill one. What the hell? He grabbed the blade? Wait, what's even different? How did I just do that? Can't replicate it. I have no idea how I just did that. Oh, okay. It was a circle and an R2. Alright, the combat is got a lot more depth to it than I would have thought. Very fighting game-esque, which is kind of actually something that I wish the FromSoft games were doing a bit more of. Kind of hard to get consistent with it, though. Maybe because I was holding a direction with that? Hold on. No. You can mix light and heavy attacks any way I want. I could tell that. I'm just trying to get some of the more precise things, like the jump attack is really good, at least in DS1. Or even like Bloodborne and stuff. There aren't obvious... Do I hold the circle button longer? Oh! Wait, what? How does that work? I do hold circle longer. So if I tap it, we do the back step. But if I hold it, nothing happens, and then I can do the jump. Okay, okay. That's good to know. That didn't seem to matter. Oh, you can even go into the jumping attack if you're holding it to begin with. It's kind of goofy. Okay, cool. Sarabi, you finally beat the Lion King? Congrats, bro. You definitely beat childhood me. Mal, this game is a really big inspiration for you? You like the moveset of the sword so much? I wonder how many weapons there are, and that is a rhetorical question. It'll be fun to discover that stuff on my own. Don't know what the X is for yet. I don't think it truly indicates the spot. Harden while attacking. I was wondering if that was a feature. You may harden in most situations, even while attacking. Experiment with hardening at different times. Hold R1. Wait, no, just a number. How long? Alright, so there's like a little bit of a wind up to it, for sure. He has more poise. Okay. So it's a slower timing than blocking in Dark Souls. Wow, I really thought I had it that time. Oh my god. I have to be really early. The parry timing from Dark Souls is really screwing me up. Like, I'm waiting too long. Pretty much as soon as they start moving, we have to do that. What? Is the meter on the bottom left supposed to be the hardened meter? I think that's what it is. Oh, and so I don't have it. It has to recharge. Okay. Okay. Maybe that was screwing me up. I can't believe I can't get an attack off to follow that up, though. Give me that backstab. And that makes me feel really bad. This is a quality style weapon. Everything is average on it as far as speed and strength go. Acquired item, mortal token. A token which begets a connection to the mortal realm. Familiarity. You use 10 more to reveal further detail. Okay, so that's kind of like Lords of the Fallen. Heavy sword with a hollow at its center. This cumbersome sword appears broken or perhaps unfinished. A piston-like mechanism is buried deep inside. This place reminds me of New Londo a little bit. Time to get pub stomped by the Asylum Demon, huh? The Bell of Awakening. Pattern. So I just have to hold it if I whip. Okay, do I not have it? Oh, okay, I have to wait for that sound effect to go off. Yo, why is he so much faster than me? Done 0 damage. Alright, at least it's not a perfect. I can't dodge after the fact? I feel so encumbered. Hey, Gollum, welcome back in, sir. This dude just kicked my ass. got eaten? Ethereal diapason? Diapason? Hey, Chadwick, how's it going? Balgrim, a tower hums, where a muted dweller ruminates his fate. So we are the orphan of Kaz. Did the fish get got by rocks and stuff? It's weird. Galamoth, you don't remember the lore at all? The game's interesting. You remember it having cool imagery? Balgrim outskirts. I wonder if this is to hide loading times or something. The game's pretty esoteric, is it? Oh, you mean like in terms of the lore? I'm like, I don't think it's that esoteric, is it? Is this a metaphor, guys? Are we being reborn? Is there some like 80s horror movies sound effects? Nightmare on Elm Street type stuff. Not gonna lie, this is kind of boring. Right. Oh, we're done with the tunnels section of the game for now. Couldn't they have just pooped us here? Cool, I guess. Why is there noise over here? Alright, Majula is that way. Two Vault Cap flourishes where blood is spilled. Glimpse of utility. This glimpse of utility is nearly opaque. What the hell does that even mean? I mean, not like the description, but what the hell is this supposed to do? Just have to use them? That's annoying. Oh yeah, doesn't this game have like a crafting system of sorts? Sibilute, remnant of tar. Hey Stella, how's it going? Yes ma'am, indeed a Souls-like. Some might even say yes indeed. Is there like a cooldown thing on the mushroom? Is that what I already looted? Souls-like with a weird blocking mechanic? Yeah. Bro, I feel like that first guy we fought, like he was just so much faster. The fact that I couldn't get one attack after blocking was kind of annoying. It's our first shale. We're freedom. Shell inhabited. Unknown shell. A man is more than just a sleeve. Oh, I do have a stamina bar. He feels more agile than the other guy, for sure. Oh yeah, definitely. This is super different. So you have to be pretty judicious of when you block, I guess. Maybe it's one of those fights where they expect you to lose. Even still, it felt bad to me. But that's definitely the vibe that I got from it, but feels like you could win. But it almost felt like a little bit of RNG when you were safe to hit him. That's kind of what annoys me more. Like sometimes I felt like I could hit him, but other times I was guaranteed to get punished. Got him. First enemy defeated. Good win. Oh, damn it. What the hell is the bear trap? I was reading chat. How rude. Can I deactivate it? Is it deactivated? Okay, I don't want to step on it again. An actual practical trap in a Souls game? That was a total PTSD moment. I'm like, oh no, where's the falling log gonna get me? Total Forbidden Woods vibes. Alright, so we have an archer that I'll probably want to get first, but I'm sure if I do that, I'm gonna get mobbed in the process. Then we got another archer back there. So they take a while to reload, that's good to know. Did I just get tomahawked? No, I got bolted. Ah! Okay, they switched to melee. Jump attack is good. I wonder if that's just their health bar or if that doubles as a posture bar. Makes me wonder if you could kick them to break open their stance, kind of like in Lords of the Fallen or something. I really liked that system of stance breaking in that game. Oh, maybe that's what I was confusing Mortal Shell 2 with. Lords of the Fallen 2. Roasted rat. Hell yeah. Right, that wasn't too bad. It does reactivate. Meep. that guy's fast. Holy crap, he hits hard. Attack! I'm out of stam. It's been a minute since I've said that. Whoopsies. Okay, I lived. Or I didn't. I died! Oh, so you can kind of die on purpose? I don't know if that made me lose anything when that happened. So you can die on purpose to regain your health? Hey, Florge, how's it going? Galamoth is Lords of the Fallen worth playing? You have it in your library. It was free at some point, you guess? It depends which version of Lords of the Fallen, for sure. Not the first one. The one that came out in the 2010s. I don't remember the year. But the newer Lords of the Fallen, I really enjoyed it. I would say it's kind of like actually, unironically, Dark Souls 2 2 in terms of its level design and stuff. I played it when it was new on release, and the devs continually updated it after the fact. Oh, no, that looks terrifying. But, I really enjoyed it. I do have a review on it on my channel if you wanted to check that out, because it has been a while since I played it. But there were a lot of systems in that game that I came to enjoy. It did have issues for sure, but a lot of the issues didn't really bother me. It just felt like a more typical, slower Souls-like, where you had to be a little bit more deliberate with what you were doing, which I kind of prefer, to be honest, almost. It's not like having rings in Sonic. I just need one ring. Galamoth, it sounds promising. You may as well download it then. You'll check out the review too? Okay, cool. Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. It did, like, I think some of the bigger issues were that when it tried to play too close to the Dark Souls formula, it felt really stifling. But I don't know how much they touched on that after the launch. Because they came out with a whole new combat overhaul, which I didn't play at all. So I liked it when it was apparently bad. And maybe it's gotten better. Oh, I heard you. Let's do some hardened stuff. Oh, it's like not having rings in Sonic. I thought it was the other way around. Okay. The shell we have looks mortal. Well, I did die in it a moment ago, so... yeah. Inferior shine. Oh, there's traps over there. Can I break these? What'd that say? Chest is locked? This is a chest? So it seems like there's many ways to go. Is this where I came in from? No, because we have a big jerk. I did hear that this was kind of open world when I was putting in the tags for the video. Hey, Lugo, how's it going, sir? I've been doing pretty well. How about yourself? How has your league start been going? I know you're popping off with your minion stuff. Have you been working on any other cool new builds? I did pick up a loot. I wonder if I use a loot, it'll draw the aggro of enemies around me. I feel like I need a little bit of a ranged option or something. I don't know if this pauses the game or not, technically. Robbie, you just beat the Lion King on difficult? Congratulations, bro. That kind of astounds me. Just because of how bad the Stampede level was to me as a kid. Use this item to reveal its effect. Let's try it. Yeah, how do I even use these? Up. Ah! Bro, it would not let me stand up any faster than that. That's rough. The loot is goated. It's like an animal trap. Oh, there's a third dude. Okay. I heard it, but I didn't see him, so I wanted to be safe. No! You're supposed to hit both. Assuming I have to use all of these. Don't know how much health I actually have. Is 30 health all I have? What the hell does this mean? Am I taking a break from Path of Exile? No, sir. I am still playing just off stream. I still have a really big backlog of games, so I like to use my stream to kind of go through it. And, yeah. I actually just released a video yesterday about one of the builds that I've been working on. Just a tool up of one of the ones that I was using last season. But 0.5 has been really good for you. You've just been mostly using currency to upgrade the build you have now. Not sure if you'll re-roll into another character yet. Actually, I did just try to start running another character. I kind of want to make an Abyssal Lich doing projectile speed stuff. Either with the new shield or Brutus's lead sprinkler or both. Might not be good, but an Abyssal Lich is still something that's a pretty cool class. And it seems like there's a lot of really good defensive options for the Lich this league. But I've been spending so much time on the martial artist, just trying so many different things. That just kind of really slowed me down. Doing a bunch of interactions and stuff. Galmoth, you played through The Lion King 20 years ago and you swear Scar had infinite health at the end? He literally never died? Oh no. Well, you know what they say, long live the king, right? The loot may or may not be a ranged weapon in the sequel. Ooh, somebody may or may not have broken an NDA. Who knows? Hey, thanks, Lugo. You don't need to worry about it, but yeah. It's pretty much the same idea as my build from last league. Just using Trinity instead. Gonna fight the Rain Core. Well, either that or the environment. speculation is that the PoE2 Resent event will be in September. I am curious what they're planning to do with that stuff. I do think, though, that right now people are a little bit too heavily in the honeymoon phase for the endgame stuff. And GGG might get a little bit of whiplash when people have to play through it a second time and progress everything a second time. So, hopefully the reset leagues go well. Grisha. I tried to dodge. It just ate me. It killed both my shell and me with one grab? Well, hot diggity damn. Sure, I figured that guy would be rough, but I'm gonna take that personally. Mortal Shell 2 may or may not contain the entire B movie unedited. Who's to say? Unedited. Damn, they didn't even fit it into like a 3-pixel gap. Wait, so I don't need to get my shell again? We already have it? Oh, I can just press it on the left stick to start sprinting. That's nice. Don't know how to level up if that's a thing. So where did that dude kill me from? Past these guys? Actually, let's try some OG Dark Souls strats. This does not seem like it's... Okay, this... Hey, OG, how's it going, sir? New game, new goals. I'm plowing through these games. That's the plan, man. How's it been going for you? Have you been streaming? I was trying to catch you live the other night, but you were not on. Okay. So he's got the screen. And then the grab. Stamina. Huh. Okay, so he can grab me through the guard. I wanted to test that. Badly I meant to do that. Okay. So you get one grace thing before you die. It was all for science. OG, you finished about an hour and a half ago? Nice. Did you actually finish Hollow Knight, or you mean you just finished your stream for the night? I see, okay. Yo, Global, how's it going, sir? Welcome back. The shell is mortal. Yep, I've just learned that. The body is willing, but the shell is immortal. How funny would it be if we could use the loot to lull the big beast to sleep or something? I guess I don't have to fight that guy in this spot. We could try to break the AI and whatnot. That probably should have hit me. Damn. I did harden, I swear. I'm out of stand. Gotta be cautious. Why did it not dodge? That's so weird. Okay, was not expecting that. I should have played it more safely. Oh, that hit me? That sucks. I don't know why I didn't dodge. Like, the lights on my controller turned red. Is that because I died? We're about to get real familiar with this. Okay, so he gets me on the recoil, that's annoying. I pressed the wrong button. You got me. need to dodge a little bit earlier. We're getting rip. Hey, Meow, welcome back. How's it going? Stella's tipsy. Couple of daiquiris. Mendacious, she had some birria tacos and a pineapple daiquiri. What is the etymology of daiquiri? I always thought that one was spelled very peculiarly. Why can't I say that word? I'm like Limmy right now. Purple burglar alarm. Peculiarly. Peculiarly? I'm thinking about it too hard. Peculiar. Peculiarly. Peculiarly. There we go. Yo, Corin, it's been a minute. How you doing? They ripped off the Max character from the comic and had a... in the crazy cartoon they did back in the 90s? Wait, what are you talking about? Trying to get that cheeky hit. It didn't let me dodge twice. It's annoying. Now let's be super cautious about this. Oh yeah, I didn't have the thing back up. Got pretty lucky with that timing there, honestly. Did I not have the block? No. No, what was that? Damage taken while hardened is converted to health. Oh. How long? Oh, that was not smart. Damn it, that's annoying. My fault. Damn, didn't even get him to have HP. Oh, the enemy I just died to? They ripped off the Max character from the comic book? It was a bizarre Image comic called Max. There's this big purple muscular dude with spikes for fists. Ah, okay. Stella was thinking of the Punisher Max. They made a cartoon out of it. It was trippy. Not heard of the cartoon or the comic. Meow, the Max is dope. Sam Keith just passed recently. Punisher Max isn't on Marvel Unlimited. What's Marvel Unlimited? You know, I think that's the first time I've seen Stella type in all caps. He's personally offended by that one. Brother, I just totally dodged. Oh, that's different. I shouldn't have done that. I am out of stamina now. That was so greedy. Did not see that attack. Surprised that didn't hurt me. Oh no! I talked! What am I screwing up so much for? Why'd I do that? I got greedy. Stella, it's a comic service. It's how you read most stuff that's old and out of print, and also that you don't buy physical stuff. Makes sense. You're too lazy to go on the internet tease, and Disney probably only breaks even on it anyway. The cartoon was on MTV Oddities with the head. Comic went longer, gets crazier. Speaking of weird comics and stuff, a bunch of years back, watched the Amazon version of The Tick. It's actually pretty decent. Kind of reminded me of Wilfred in a way. I remember watching The Tick animated series as a kid. Wasn't my favorite, but it really wasn't bad. Kind of had a similar energy to Freakazoid. Freakazoo. Stella, you're really reasonably certain the comics division barely breaks even? Even George knew that? Ah! The way that he just stood up distracted the hell out of me. Not the enemy, but my corpse. I need to understand a little bit better when to use the blocking for me. I'm just gonna hold this here for a minute. I should have dodged. I would have been fine. Do I not have any? Okay. I don't know why the mushrooms aren't up. Surprise, he missed me there. I probably should have gotten it. Ooh. I was on the wrong side of him that time. Okay. That should have been a dodge. I'm a little bit annoyed. Dodge, please. Thank you. I'm stuck on the wall. I got hurt. I pressed dodge 3 times, and I just stood there. Maybe I held it too long or something. Brother! The exact same thing happened. That was my fault. That was definitely my fault. Okay. I remember the tick, but not the max. I mean, I can only remember that which I've seen. Meow McFarlane was dope too. He could draw a cape. Capullo did good stuff on Spawn too. Is it Capullo or Capullo? I don't know. Disney has 100% made more on Star Wars Lego sets than their highest grossing movie. Is that factually accurate? Than their highest grossing movie. That's crazy. They probably made more from the Skywalker sound and Industrial Light and Magic. The Star Wars movies have been depressingly terrible. Star Wars has been a vehicle for pushing products for a very long time at this point. They still made $1 billion despite them being terrible. I just have the depressing thought that there's definitely parents out there who show their children all of the Star Wars movies. I definitely get the original trilogy. I could kind of see the prequel in a bit of a pinch. But the sequels, man. I dodged. I don't like how much the camera unlocks, though. Oh, that was a grab. For some reason, I thought he was doing the overhand jump. Meow, the Star Wars movies, the originals weren't that great. Well, how do I describe it? Like, I do think that the original trilogy had issues, but the saving grace of it was that enough wasn't explained that it could let the imagination still kind of run wild. And the more and more we learned about the Star Wars galaxy and universe and whatnot, the more magic was lost from it. Pun in... I guess it's not really a pun, but... whatever. Meow was right, the original isn't actually that good. I wonder what other media are kind of like Star Wars in that sometimes the promise of what they are is better than what they actually are. Hey, Tanner, how's it going? It's been a while. Doing pretty well. How about yourself? The real hot take is the prequel novels are better than the original movies. Don't know about that. I couldn't make it through the Phantom Menace prequel novel. I had that as a kid. Bro, I totally dodged. So annoying. Surviving, been busy as heck. That's my opportunity move. Attack. Can make it. Alright, we're more familiar with that thing now. Bro, I totally dodged. I didn't see the step, I think because of the slope. Oh, he still got me despite healing. I kept dodging. Come on, man. At least that one was kind of my fault at the end there. I just got tilted a little bit. Alright. Stella, you can't bring yourself to hate the prequels? Maybe it's because you were a kid, but you'll stand by that they had a point. The best Star Wars is Andor. Corn the blasphemy in the chat? Hell yeah, sir. The sequels make the prequels look like Citizen Kane. I can't disagree with that. Corn midichlorians ruined so much. I absolutely agree. When they introduced midichlorians, I felt like they did irreparable damage to the franchise. At least for me. The difference between one guy having a flawed vision and a corporation with no plan at all is staggering. For real. Originals were big because of special effects. The story was always kind of mid, but it gained a cult following. It was a little bit of both. Like, a lot of people did like the stories. The effects were good, but one of the biggest selling points of Star Wars is that it kind of also sold a universe that was lived in. Because they had these, you know, futuristic robots, which were pretty cool and whatnot. But more importantly, they had pieces of junk that were super futuristic. Which is kind of true to life in many ways. Hey, Hilko, welcome back. How you doing? The shift from science fantasy to science fiction was weird. At least Ewoks fit the science fantasy aesthetic. I can't bring myself to hate the Ewoks because I did watch Return of the Jedi when I was a kid. I will recognize my bias on that. But I will admit that the Chewie people kind of got shafted. But I guess that's what the Christmas movie is for, huh? Oh, that was the grab. That was dumb of me. I'm gonna die now, aren't I? Because I wasn't at actual full health. Let's just restart. Or let's just go for Brogue. Oh wait, you can stagger enemies? I was too slow to dodge. I thought he was doing the slam again. Wasn't looking at his feet. Alright, so I have a non-rhetorical question, chat. When I staggered the enemy like that, can I follow that up with anything? Or do I need, like, an ability? Is that a future thing? I might have just been too low on stamina and or just didn't have the knowledge to initiate what I would call a visceral attack. One guy went to Star Wars, saw Harrison Ford, and went, "That's my weed dealer? What the hell?" Global, you like that the prequel basically ruined the mythology? It's like, I can't look away kind of scenario. They also waited to spring it on us, didn't they? Porn, it did ruin it for you, hearing that George was originally planning for the Wookiees, but went with the Ewoks for the merch? Yeah. When I was a kid, I had like an Ewok clock thing? I don't know. It's kind of cool. So, long story short, they did push that merchandise. And it worked. Harrison Ford is truly the most some guy actor of all time. Is he? I kind of feel like that's Tom Hanks's role. Global, you wish you could answer? You played for one session? You feel fondly for this game, but you definitely never finished it? Man, I'm feeling the jankiness myself. I'm almost close to like rage quitting on this boss a little bit. But this is actually just a skill issue to a degree. Like that was totally my... Okay, no, I shielded. That's dumb. I need to play better. I am not focused. I don't like the lock on. This is really annoying me. I was locked onto the chest rather than the boss. Wait, was I taking no damage when I did that? Is that what I can do actually? Okay, so I do stay hardened for the whole attack. It took me this long to figure it out. It's because I tried that against the tutorial guy. It didn't really work that way. Okay, that's actually a really big game changer. If I can actually counterattack. Tom Hanks has range, though? You might be right about that. Does Harrison Ford have no range? I've never really been a big fan of Harrison Ford. Not that I like disliked him or anything, but like I never really gave a damn about Indiana Jones. And I kind of don't even really know what all else he's been in. Oh, he was in The Fugitive, wasn't he? Like, didn't they remake The Fugitive? Or am I thinking of somebody else? But I saw that in the drive-in. Couldn't really appreciate it as a kid. Slag type. Get wrecked global. Oh yeah, speaking of pod racing, that new pod racing game looks pretty sick actually. Which I don't even really care about racing games. But man, that does hit me in the nostalgia for the N64 version of the game. I think I talked about this on last night's stream. They even used some of the UI elements of the N64 game. Bro, you have to dodge so early and block so early. Come on. I'm dodging too late. Alright, so I did get hurt that time. Is it because I didn't hold it? Okay, I was too slow. What else has Harrison Ford been in? Holy moly. He was in Air Force One. Hear the story where he's renting a house while he's filming something and he fixed their cabinets? I think I did hear that story, yeah. Can you imagine if Nick Nolte had gotten the job as Han Solo? Actually, yeah, I think I could. I don't think he would have been Indiana Jones and whatnot, but I could definitely see him being Harrison Ford. But maybe not with the whole improv line of I know. He didn't even really play two characters between Indiana and Han Solo. True Hilko. Chadwick, you were down with Pod Racer for the 64? Still off the top of your head, he was in The Fugitive, Air Force One, What Lies Beneath, Age of Ada Adeline? I think I've seen parts of Air Force One. Oh yeah, he was in Blade Runner. Yep, I've definitely seen that. And it would be fair to say, I think, that he doesn't really have much range in those movies either, right? But I don't know how much of that is his fault versus just, like, the writing of the characters that he's played. He was made for Blade Runner. He or she had done more noir-type movies and roles. I could definitely see that, yeah. I gotta lock in a little bit. sleep. I'm standing in the wrong spot for that. That was a slam for a second. Ah. I wasn't trying to dodge twice. Ah! That's not good. Alright, I got a straight right when we're doing the jump like that. Oops, wrong button. I don't want to be over there. It's bad ground. Oh, that was the grab. I panicked. Okay. That was a lot better. It really was. Whew. Stella, you've never seen Blade Runner? Galamoth, the new Star Wars racing game, is the only one you've had interested in ages. I believe that. Kurt Russell also auditioned for Han Solo. He would have been really young for that role, huh? Blade Runner is very slow, but Sid Mead knocked the design work out of the park. Yeah. Blade Runner's about a dude that runs around with blades trying not to cut people. No, that's Edward Scissorhands, silly. Stella, that's on your very long list of movies. You just have been watching movies unless you're with someone else lately. Corn, Blade Runner is something you'll watch anytime it comes on. It's a good one. Did you ever read the novel? I was really confused that they didn't have the religious stuff that was in the novel in the movies. Chadwick, you don't know about us, but you rather liked Blade Runner 2049. I've told this story before. It's kind of embarrassing, but it's funny, so I'll share it again anyway. I thought Blade Runner 2049 was just supposed to be a reboot of the original movie. And so I'm like, okay, whoever the main guy is, it's not Han Solo. I was like, okay, they're doing something different with this story this time around. I'm like, what the hell is going on? This is so different. Like, is this really even a reboot at this point? And then Harrison Ford comes on screen. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? I was a little bit slow on the uptake with that one. Because it's like halfway through the damn movie. Come on, I wasn't trying to open the damn thing. Mechanical spike can be embedded within the sword. I'm not going to do that because it's cheating. Attack. I didn't have any stamina. Okay, it took too long. I wasn't trying to do that. Okay. I'm trying to like posture break this dude, but I suck. Oh, I was too slow. I was so off. So slightly off, that is. We gotta go for Bro. Oh, that was the grab. Did I die? Damn it. I just... Yeah, he does so much damage with that move. If I was a little bit more topped off, it could have been fine. Curses. Hey, Fake Love, how's it going? How's it going? Because this is as far as you got. I'm starting to pick up on some of the mechanics a little bit, but it's a little bit rough, but I am a little bit too stubborn for my own good. Some of us never saw Lars and the Real Girl when it came out, and it shows. True. What about those of us who didn't watch Lars and the Real Girl at all? Does it shows as well? Okay, you're going to rewatch Blade Runner 2049 the other day. Then it got hot. It's the proper way to do a sequel. Hilko, you remember really enjoying it when it came out? You didn't know Redacted would happen? 2049 is massively underrated. Is it? I felt like it had near universal critical praise at least, but maybe just not like a ton of box office success. Corn, you should read the novel. Never thought to do so. Okay, the novel is called Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? It's a beautiful title. Drive is the one about driving. For some reason, I always confuse Drive and Training Day. It takes me a second to remember which is which. Rat's Tyrell is the pod racer that slammed into the stalactite. There's a part in the DVD documentary where George is talking about it and the grim fact that his family was there. George is just like, yeah, I thought that was pretty rad or whatever. Okay. The sound design for the pod racing was so cool. It really is. Did you guys ever see that video of the dude who remade the entirety of the pod racing scene using sounds coming from his mouth alone? Apparently it took him like months to do to layer every single sound together. Which at first when I heard that it took him months to do that, I'm just like, bro, get good. And then when I watched the scene and I think he had like the footage of all the layers of sound on top of each other, I was like, oh, I get it now. I was like, this is why movies take forever to edit. Because you always hear about how principal filming wraps pretty quickly. Oh, that's the damn grab, God. And then a movie won't come out for like a year or two after the fact. I'm like, what is taking them so long? They've got everything right there. Right, let's just restart. Or we don't need to restart, we just need to crap out of this guy. Or not. We're too slow. I think it's still technically a novel, Hilko. But yeah, it really was short. I would talk about the ending and how I feel about it, but it's a little bit spoilery because it's still pretty different from the movie, if I remember correctly. But it's been a long time since I've read it. Drive had Silent Gosling. Training Day had Denzel robbed of his Oscar. He got shot in the ass. Look, they do a lot of driving in Training Day. It makes sense, okay? Training Day was dope. Denzel as a bad cop was amazing. Dope soundtrack, too. Yeah, Denzel really crushed that role. Which, I mean, go figure, Denzel Washington crushing a role, you know? Which reminds me, I still need to see Sinners, and there's another movie that I wanted to watch. Acapella pod racing, right. How about that Animal Farm adaptation Andy Serkis has been trying to make for 15 years where Seth Rogen plays a farting pig? That's a thing that happened. Apparently, didn't they like mess with the ending as well too to like make it a happy ending? Like, how the hell are you gonna go so far out of your way to make Animal Farm and then just completely miss the point of the damn story? We got Sunlock there. Brother dodge. So damn annoying. took too long. Attack, please. Not now. Okay, we just barely scraped out of that. I need to blink. Not right now, little girl. Damn it! Dog. Please lock on. There we go. I totally dodged! So damn annoying right now. I don't know if I could stack these. Oh, I can. Okay. I dodged. Got him. In your face. First try. Phase 2. All of that for... I don't even know what. The personal satisfaction. Only took me like an hour and a half just on that one stupid dude. Sinners is so good, dude. I haven't heard bad things about it. You loved how weird it was, Hilko? Ryan Coogler knows how to make a good movie. Man, you guys are so good at knowing who the directors of movies and stuff are. So bad at that. Tanner, you used to do Foley and sound work for small projects? What a nightmare. Bro, in another life, if I had like the connections and networking and stuff, I would have loved to have done Foley sound. That stuff has just always seemed super cool to me. I say that, but it's probably terrible work. Like everything is. Corn, you haven't seen Sinners either? You love the Irish dancing vampire scene though? Wait, what? There's vampires? I didn't even know that much. Hey, Tanner, thanks so much for the Canadian 20. I appreciate that, brother. Hey, I can't like that, but I can give it the heart thing. The kid in The Wire played in it as twins? Yeah. Michael B. Jordan. He has had such an illustrious career. I saw him in Black Panther, I think, as his like first adult role. And then I went back and watched The Wire, and I was like, wait a second. That guy. The Leo pointing meme. Such a sea change to see that scrawny kid grow up to be, what's his name? In Black Panther. Hey, Two-Hit, how's it going, sir? How goes the shellin'? I just finally beat my first mini-boss. Took me like an hour and a half. Starting to get a hang of the blocking mechanic and stuff. So, yeah, combat is cool. It feels a little bit janky. In... Not like the DS1 way. Like, it just feels a little bit unresponsive at times, which is really not what you want in a Souls-like. Have you played this one before? Galamoth, you remember that Grisha thing kicking your ass? Stella Kugler was the dude that never lost money. All right, right. You were telling me about him before, like a month or so ago. More DS2? Kind of. More like DS2. You've not played this one. It's languishing in your backlog. Yeah, that's kind of what it was doing for me as well. But with the announcement of the sequel, I figured may as well give it a try now. Yeah, I didn't even know that the Sinners movie was a vampire movie at all. Literally just found out 2 minutes ago. Don't know why. Oh, Coogler also made Black Panther? Okay. Tanner, it is a lot of fun sitting with three dudes in a sound booth trying to desperately make the sound the director wants. Yeah, that's actually always been one of my favorite features on like DVD extra bits when you get to see the sound guys produce their stuff, or even some DVDs will have like the audio tracks, and sometimes you could have sound designers on there as well, which is always super cool. I remember it's like I'm trying to remember what movie they were talking about, the sound designers going out and trying to get the sound of wind, and it just wasn't working because when they went, like, their mics are crappy, and so it just sounded like too much bull crap. Literally recording the wind on a really windy day, and they just ended up blowing in their hands, and they were disappointed by that because it still just sounded like them blowing in their hands. But apparently capturing the sound of wind is super difficult, guys. Is this not the Mortal Shell 2 demo? No, this is, whoops, this is the first game. I didn't even know the second one had a demo. I know it has a beta, right? I guess that makes it the demo. Oh yeah, they are making a new Blade movie. Oh yeah, that's another movie that I haven't seen. Blade. Don't really have a good reason for it other than it not really being the type of movie my mom would want to rent. Which is probably a decent enough reason. Where did that weird blade thingy go? Do I have to click this guy? No, it said it had to go in the sword itself, didn't it? Oh, there's the tab. Damn. Bro, it takes forever to tab through this thing. Mechanical spike. A spike that can be embedded within the hallowed sword. A slender needle-like spike that connects to an advanced mechanism. With this, the press of a hidden button, the spike springs forth with vicious force. It's a very squidgy sounding menu. Hilko, you watched the Lord of the Rings extended edition Foley stuff more than the movie, probably? Yeah, that stuff is also super good. The vampire thing is a surprise. You haven't seen it though, Global? You can't talk. Corn, you almost described Sinners as so serious and better made from dusk till dawn. Tanner, to you, not using a sound library is a win in itself, and yes, a win sucks to capture. Peaks constantly. Exactly, yeah. Correct, Corn. I never saw Blade. Then it only stands to reason that I've not seen Runner. I've seen Run Lola Run. Does that count? I don't want to go in the troll hole. I can't back out. Oh no. I haven't even found my first bonfire. I just saw the first mini boss and was like, I took that personally. The crumbling boulder sound when I block is pretty good. I'll need to pay more attention to that. Stella, you love Run Lola Run? It's been so long since I've watched it. You know, in some ways, I felt like District 9 had a very similar feel as Run Lola Run, which probably sounds a little bit crazy. Have I seen Run Ronnie Run? I can't say that I have. Corn, you've never seen Run Lolo Run? No, 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 not Lolo. Wait, what did I just say? Run Lola. Lola. It was like the original Save Scum movie, kind of. It was like Groundhog Day. I think that's the original Save Scum movie, because Run Lola Run came out later. Right, so there was the chest. I don't remember if there's any other treasure. So we came in from there. I got 6 points, which I have no idea what they are or what they do. Got 2 big dudes in the troll hole. Don't want to deal with that at the moment. Can we break this? There's another troll hole. Is this how you go through different areas? Corn Lolo is what your kids nicknamed your sister / their aunt. Groundhog Day is really creepy if you think about it too hard. I don't think Groundhog Day is creepy. I think Bill Murray and his character are creepy. Wait, how can I open this? Oh, okay, never mind. I thought there was an animation playing. I lack the key. Ah, it's an angry frog. It got me. Well, I'm already poisoned. Inscription. The old prisoner sits contentedly atop his perch, awaiting the newest. The unborn must be greeted with gifts, but gifts they will bestow, in return for unwavering loyalty. To hit, you always think of this game as being in Italian because of the Prold video? I have no idea what that is. Run, Ronnie Run is the Mr. Show guys, David Cross and Bob Odenkirk. It's a great movie. Oh, I thought Meow was just joking around. Apparently, Bill Murray's character is supposed to be trapped in the loop for 10,000 years. I don't remember if it was 10,000. I think the director said it was more like over 100, like 148 or something. Which is still a hell of a long time and is just absolute torture. But it's orders of magnitude less. It sounded like a pretty realistic amount of time for Bill Murray's character to just kind of get good at the skills that he got good at. Such as being a medical doctor, a pianist. It's snuggly. Am I actually supposed to pay attention to what I just saw? I just saw a dude walking and it... Oh, that's by those bats, right? Okay. Are these telling me locations of weapons? It's also by the bats, going to the left. He's got hammers and a spike. Hammer and spike. He becomes Kugisaki. Can't tell if the weapon is cool or the other things are cool. What the hell is this? Can't lock on, so it's friend-shaped? How come you're not beef jerky? She can't be trusted. let's try to get the lore camera angle. Awaken Sester Janessa.
Pray, what wayward spirit beckons? I shall name you Foundling, and you may call me Sester Janessa. You're uninitiated in the Rafiad's mysteries, I see. What a curiosity you are, wearing a man like a shell. You've awakened him, but you know nothing of him yet. Fetch me one of his mementos, and some tar too, and I'm sure we can stir up some recollections. Of course, first you must find his name.
Sip the divine Ta? Sure, why not? Seek name. You must discover this shell's name to awaken its power. And I have 6 glimpses. Okay.
The brigands pointed us toward the temple. Shunned by the devout, their allegiances lie to those who are Fatah, or spirits. They entertain themselves with drunken antics or violent cruelties. They know better than to attack us. But they followed us at a distance, hoping for scraps.
Okay. So, I was trying to read. Okay, it's still there. So it says their allegiances lie with those who offer tar or spirits. I don't know if this is in a positive phrase where spirits and tar are meant to be synonymous, or if they mean tar or like liquors. Not that big of a deal either way. It's just kind of one of the ambiguities of language that stand out to me. But I mean, we do have the line about drunken antics following right after, so probably spirits of the liquor sort. I almost said licorice sort, and then that's a whole other different thing right there, isn't it? Wait,
The brigands pointed.
Okay. Harden cooldowns reduced. For a short time after hardening, enemies killed have a chance to drop an additional glimpse.
I was given a choice. To kneel before the executioner's axe, or the queen. An easy choice. For years I wore her sigil, repeated all the oaths. But I always knew one day, no matter how many honors were bestowed upon me, I would escape.
Anybody see Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie? I have not. Sounds fake. And let me catch up with you guys. Prold is an Italian Souls creator. He does comedy videos. Okay. Too many spoilers? Okay, 2-hit. Thanks for that. Everything about time loop stories are existentially messed up, Galamoth. Is anything that happens to everyone else even real? I mean, it's real, but the effects don't always linger. I mean, not to everybody else, so effectively no, but yes. Stella, there's a newer version of the Twilight Zone from the point of view of the lady not in the time loop version of that story, and the dude is scary as hell. Galamoth, is it based on something the creator said, or based on how long it would take for him to master all the things he mastered? A little bit of both. So some fans did the math on a lot of the skills that Bill Murray showed off, and they were like, oh, it'd probably take him like close to 100 years to figure out how to do everything that he did, which seems like a little bit long, but I don't remember all of the feats that he shows off. And then somebody had asked the director like how long he was stuck in the loop, and then he gave a somewhat vague but a ballpark answer of how long it would be. So a little bit of both. Stella, if you were in a time loop, you'd catch up on your reading and movie list. I know, right? What if you got stuck in a time loop when it was just like a very inopportune time to do it, like I don't know, a blizzard, or a day where it's really hard to go out, or for whatever reason. I guess it wouldn't matter. Like if you're in a true time loop, we have Groundhog Day to figure all that out. Corin, you think Groundhog Day is the most misunderstood metaphor for human life? Why do you think it's misunderstood? What if you were caught in a time loop but kept aging? So wouldn't you just be like, what's the name of the Robin Williams movie where he's a kid that's like an old man by the end of it? Something like that almost. Galamoth, you can't make a face in Lords of the Fallen character creator that isn't completely horrifying. I really liked the classes in Lords of the Fallen. Well, I don't know, it's a little bit weird. I kind of ended up making my own custom classes, but hope you enjoy it, Galamoth. Wouldn't a blizzard be the best time to catch up on reading and movies? Well, what if it takes the power out? Time loop during the worst time, COVID shutdown? It depends on where you were in the COVID shutdown. For some people, it wasn't that bad of a time. Kick. For a small resolve cigarette cost, give your opponent a taste of your boot. Successfully kicking an enemy will stun them for a brief moment. For patches, y'all. Requires resolve? I don't even know what the hell resolve is. Oh, those are the 4 lines down there. Can I kick her?
Yes, taste the truth.
Okay, I guess we're good. Stella, you have a backup generator? Well, what if you're not home? Like, the whole premise is what if things are not going well? It becomes an objectively awful day to be time looped into. Like, what if all you've got at the house is food that you don't particularly care for? What the hell was this? That's where the Grisha was. I think. No, not Bicentennial Man. Jack. That's the movie. Stella, you're not home? Lamau? Rip. Like, what if you got snowed in at work? In the hotel that you used to work at? I don't really feel like looking at these instincts makes a difference. Maybe if you miss it. Because it's just like, look for things like you normally would. Unless they don't show up unless you look at the stuff. Tattered vestment. Sacred cloth bound to a forgotten sword. What up, Snuggly? Surely nothing poor will happen. Tarnished seal.
That's better. Thank you. It's been so long since anyone raised a hand toward me in kindness. You seem different, untouched by false truths. Unfortunately, I have little to offer you, save for that tarnished seal in your hands. A small gift, but I expect you will find it useful. Would you grant me another favor? Deep within the temples of the devout, you'll find the sacred glands of the revered. Bring the glands back to me, so I can extract the true nectar. Just enough to heal me. Perhaps you too can use it to free yourself from this wretched land, before you end up like me.
What the hell's that mean? Truly a Souls-like. Tarnished seal. The old prisoner has gifted you the Tarnished seal. It enables you to parry enemy strikes, interrupting their attacks. The seal will also warn you of incoming unparryable strikes. I wonder how much that would have helped me against the Grisham. Seal infusion healing. The old prisoner has infused the seal, giving your parry the ability to leave an enemy vulnerable to an empowered riposte. The seal requires great resolve to harness such an infusion. Performing an empowered riposte will heal you. L1, R1. Okay. Oh, workbench. Okay, cool. The Hallowed Sword has an empty channel in the center. Hallowed Sword Mechanical Spike. Gain enough resolve from attacking to activate the weapon ability. L1, R1 to do something. Do I have a plunging attack? The hell is that? Okay, how early do I need to parry? Did I just recover health? Did I just die? I died. I actually died. He body blocked me. Sugar, no country for old men. Chigger. Javier Bardem. His haircut should have given him an Oscar for that movie.
You're awake.
No, you.
Good. Please, take this mask. It's not unlike my own. It reveals the way of all flesh, beyond life and death, where spirits pass across the threshold. But your spirit is bound here, unwilling to go on. Perhaps it has an obligation left to fulfill. I see.
This just goes to a troll hole, right? It is curious how open the world is so far. Feel like I've barely seen a damn thing because I've spent so much time trying to deal with the Grisham. Brother, I dodged. Twice, I swear. Too early. Too late. Too late. Too late. Too late. That felt like it was too early. I don't know why I didn't get the riposte. Did I take too long? Tanner, you're working through your film backlog and finally saw Loving Vincent. What is that about? Loco, you need to do another Coen Brothers movie marathon? Moonshine. Alcohol distilled in the worst possible conditions. Okay, I know where this is now. Is that dude gonna shoot me? Okay, so there's a little bit of a delay on the return. That's fine. It's about Vincent van Gogh. The film is shot normally, then painted over frame by frame in Vincent's style. That sounds intense. Holy crap. Surprised I didn't hear of it.
I've kept your flesh safe, foundling.
I think she's lying, because I was respawning a lot before we met her. Soldiston. What are the dudes in Demon Souls called? The officials? It looks like one of those guys. It's a cat.
Oh my, aren't you a rare specimen? Rather dashing in that curious attire. And what of on the inside? You must be a gentleman. Certainly not one of those boorish fanatics. Welcome then. I'll warp some tea. In the meantime, why not take a look at my wares? Surely there's something you'll fancy amongst my collection.
Paintings with a Z? Capitalized? What the hell even is that? I don't want to have to figure out what the items do just by using them. It's just annoying, honestly. Large bolt, don't know what that's for. I get that there is kind of joy in discovery sometimes, but I'm also a little bit annoyed. Hey, that's where I died. Am I gonna die again just from dropping down here? Peace is a misconception. I can dodge. Get parried, son. Take the halberd. Alright, now he's just milking it. My acting career. It's like me pretending to be in Monty Python for a middle school project. Damn, this dude deals damage. Ooh. Ran out of stamina. That's what I get. Is there like a sweet spot on that or something? That was loud. Did you when you stub your toe? Roasted rat. Maybe it's not time to use one of them. Yeah, some of the animations for the game just feel a little bit slow. Which kind of feels weird to criticize, because the S1 definitely had slow animations at times. You didn't really feel as animation locked, I think. And that might be the big differentiator. Global, you have a friend who has a couple of the original cells from Akira? That's crazy. Tanner, that's one of the only good anime in existence. And hating on Star Wars and anime now? One stream? Rage baiting tonight, aren't we? To hit the worst animation lock in DS1 is probably swinging a curved greatsword. That takes a full week to complete. Nothing like opening a door in DS2. Or Pharaoh's Lockstone or anything in that game. Oh, he actually got me. Could have blocked, I guess. Just didn't think he was going to reach. That dude just did the Garo slide. Gained a glimpse. Quenching acid, a rare acid used to enhance weapons. Assuming that's just a consumable of sorts. So we walked by this with the fiery thingy, but I don't have the fiery thingy. That dude just popped in. Why didn't you attack? I'm out of stamina. Okay, we're fine. Oh, I was a little bit slow on the block. He got me. The twitching.
I've kept your flesh safe, foundling.
Thanks, lady. Can't drop down this. I was mildly worried that dude would be back. So I thought we saw an armory corpse guy somewhere in here. Do I have to go into one of the holes? I'll worry about that more a little bit later. Let's go retrieve my corpse. Robbie, you think this would be a game that would piss you off more than Ashen and the Surge #1? Yeah, we had the angry frogs there. So this connects back in through here. Oh, okay. What's that? Okay, so that's literally just for that, I guess. Oop, I wasn't trying to do the slip and slide. What did I do? We cleared this out. And I went down there, right? Meep, meep. Right, okay, I didn't need to go up here. Just pissed everybody off. You're a legendary hater of anime. 3 or 4 get a pass, maybe 5. 18 of the 20 that you've seen are deeply unenjoyable. What are your favorites then? Ow. Too early. I died for that. Just trying to heal. Put the riposte. Oh, I'm almost dead again. All in the likeness of a venerable soul. Heh. I got set up. I think the goat.
I've kept your flesh safe, foundling.
The goat for getting people interested in anime is Cowboy Bebop. I know a lot of people would recommend Akira, but I feel like that one's a little bit too out there sometimes to be an easy recommendation for me. Akira, Grave of the Fireflies. Oh man. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of a Grave of the Fireflies hater. Like, the characters just kind of piss me off. Oh my god, what have I just done? I've done it now. That wasn't terrible. Stella, there's an interesting argument that besides the corporate feedback loop, part of the reason anime and manga have gotten so popular is that Westerners think it's more apolitical than it is. I think it definitely depends. Certainly a lot of anime and manga aren't terribly political to begin with, but that's kind of true for a lot of cartoons in general. But then some are definitely more heavily politically coded and whatnot. Oh my god, that was so fast. I was trying to look around to see if I was about to get... I don't have any of the oranges. That was the wrong button. I knew it. Frickin' knew it. Wow, I did not react in time to that at all. I'm really fortunate he missed. Oof. Global end of Ava? No. The audience doesn't know enough about Japanese politics to have a solid position. Also true. Tanner, then in university, had two different people say no, not all anime are like that. Watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I liked the very beginning of the first season, and then I fell off JoJo's really hard, and then I hated the second season. Spoiler alert, let's shoot somebody into literal space from a volcanic blast, only for this person to end up completely fine later, but the two big bads to kind of get eliminated in the process. So bad, man. Pisses me off. Tanner, every time somebody recommends something they claim is totally different and not weird, then you watch it, it's either as weird as everything else you've seen, or like Akira again.
You've kept me waiting, foundling. Do not worry. 'Tis only a jest. This path ahead is littered with monuments to suffering. Thought I might lighten the mood. Not that I've ever had much talent for humor. I once knew a man who took the sacrament of ashes. He laughed all the time. Now I'm rambling like an old crone. You're here for another sip, aren't you?
Sure. Don't know why I can't navigate with the analog stick. Like, this menu would have been perfect for it.
madman I would come to realize was not burdened with delusions, but truth. Yet the wary ear corrupts honest words into lies. I took him for a spy and cut him down. How else could he know so much about me? He had condemned himself with each utterance.
Okay. Thought this was a really cool aura farming dude. It's a book. Inside of another book. No, don't rip it up. Oh, it's a spider. That's what you get for vandalizing a book. Alright guys, game over. We got spidered. Oh wait, what? Are we getting Yahar Gould? Hatern. Oh, is this the dude that kicked my ass? Oh, I was out of stamina, duh. I tried dodging twice, but nope. Oh, he was hardened. Okay, I see. Can I parry those or no? I don't remember what the I don't remember what the tutorial said about that. Okay, so I guess I'm just stuck fighting this dude now. Pull the wormfish? Oh, hell no. Wait, how did they hit me right then? I mean, the first hit made sense, but I don't know the follow-up. He hardened. Okay, he got me good. Damn, that was fast. So I wasn't hardened with that one. I don't know why. Chadwick, if your only exposure to a form of media is stuff for younger teenagers, then you can see how you might not get the media as a whole. I don't know, like, a lot of anime is pretty damn bad, not gonna lie. Like, they do just kind of take it for granted that there's a bunch of weird stuff without really much rhyme or reason to it. How much resources did I even have left on that corpse? 500, okay. I did block it. Thought he like one-shot me. Suck. I need to read the parry tutorial again. Oh, so it isn't paused. That answers that question. I have conflicted feelings. Like, I kind of don't want to play too much more. But I also don't know if that's just because I'm losing. I don't really feel like it. It just feels kind of janky. Not in a good way. Why did you not dodge? What the hell's going on? Surely the recovery animation isn't that long. Like that, I should be able to follow up, I would hope, but nope. Oh. Too early on my parry, that's fine. Still, a lot of everything is bad. Your only exposure to American movies and shows is Friends, Survivor, and Barton Fink. You may not have a good grasp on what America's up to. How did I get hurt right then? You're cheating. Brother, I totally pressed dodge. Like, okay, it's one thing if my mistakes are getting me killed, but it doesn't feel like that a lot of the time. I think that's really what's getting me. Because I've played enough Souls-likes where getting my ass kicked isn't really that big of a deal. Like, all of the Dark Souls games, sans Dark Souls 2, Elden Ring was fine. The DLC is annoying for a different reason. It wasn't command input issues. Kazan was fine. Even Lies of P. Well, Lies of P had a couple issues, but felt a hell of a lot more responsive than this. That one, this part right here was totally me. Just trying to parry farm. Like, I don't want to stop playing exactly. I just want to enjoy the game more. But I feel like the game is getting in the way of that. Now, that wasn't a complaint about that death specifically. That was all entirely me. But I also don't know how well it translates how the game feels just by watching. I let go of that too soon. Someone's like, no, it's good, and they show you the Predator. The Predator or Predator? Those are two different movies. Yeah, the original was just Predator. I haven't seen The Predator. Granted, I could always just leave Hayden. But it just sucks that I feel this way against both of the bosses that I faced so far. So I feel like I just need to play very, very passively. Like that move, he shouldn't have been able to do that. Man, he totally baited me. Sir. Sir, where are you going? I'm scared to follow him. I feel like he's just going to turn and hit me. Well, we broke his AI somehow. Where's my corpse? It's over there by him. I don't care. A dub is a dub at this point. He's up! The fish is gonna eat him, not me. It's like he was trying to return to a different starting spot. I don't know why that happened that way, but I'll take advantage of it, I guess. Let's get that weapon. Smoldering mace. I didn't even press the harden button. What the hell? The camera feels broken, or maybe that's just how this thing works. Wait, what? Tanner, every time you're told by somebody you don't see real anime, they recommend you what you feel like is the exact same kind of show or One Punch Man, and you don't like One Punch Man. So it makes fun of the common anime tropes, but to someone outside of anime, it just reads as lamp shading. Yeah, I've heard other people try to say that One Punch Man is a good beginner anime show, and I can't disagree more strongly. Because if they don't understand what it's satirizing, it's not really satire at that point. One Punch Man sells itself on season 1 just looking incredible. But if you don't get the tropes, it doesn't change any real views. You get that? Yeah, also then the animations for seasons 2 and 3 just end up sucking, doesn't it? It's so sad what happened to that show.
Sip this and you'll see.
To hit One Punch Man is overrated, to be honest. I feel like the first season warranted the hype, then the other ones don't. Can I fast travel back to where I was, or I don't even know? Did I hit that dude too? No. Find me a new weapon before I get ambushed. Oh. I'm whiffed. Don't know how to use that weapon yet. Got me some rotten food. He got me. Alright, he strikes faster. I don't know if One Punch Man is overrated. I just feel like it's a very particular kind of show, which probably leads into the problem of it being overrated.
Your flesh safe, foundling.
But I think for what it is, it does what it does competently. I'd be curious how you guys feel about Psyche K, if you've seen that. It's more beginner friendly than Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei. That one had fan subs with extensive translator notes and was reference heavy. Oh, don't think I've really been familiarized with that one. Tanner, you're being a little hyperbolic. You're sure there's more than 5 good anime? At this point, you have no idea how to find them. That's fair. I think that's also just a problem with a lot of media in general. If you don't know what you're looking for, it can be hard to find something that you'll actually enjoy. I didn't enjoy it myself, but Monster might be something that might be up your alley. Tanner, did you ever try to watch, like, Death Note? Maybe that's a bit of a different enough vibe that you might be interested in that. Although it's a little bit high schoolerish as well. Robbie, you don't know why GTA 6 will be $80 while the Ultimate Edition's $100? Because they spent a lot of time and money and they want to make sure they get that back. But I also think that's probably why they're not going to release a physical version of the game. Because discs cost money. If he doesn't like sci-fi, telling him to watch Ghost in the Shell isn't going to do it. Speaking of which, I'm really curious what the new Ghost in the Shell is going to be like. The one that's coming out next month. I hear it's supposed to be closer to the manga. And the art for it looks really good. It has a kind of pseudo-retro 90s feel to it. Which I was always a fan of that era of art, the 80s and 90s anime. Galamoth, you're not sure how to feel about the lamp in Lords of the Fallen? It seems kind of tedious shining it on everything. I understand what you mean with that. If you're not into it, I won't try to convince you that it's like super good or anything, because that was one of the cooler and also one of the weaker points of the game. But I don't want to lead you one way or the other too strongly there. Stella, you don't know if you've ever used the internet has left you in despair image in chat, but if you have, that's what that's from. I don't think I know what you're talking about. Tanner, you watched Death Note in grade school in your Japanese class. It didn't really grip you then, but to be fair, you haven't touched it since 07. No, that's fine. I feel like if you're not into Death Note when you're at about that age, then it's not really worth revisiting. It's just it's very different because it's not like your typical shonen anime. So I was just trying to recommend something different that way. One of my favorite anime is kind of a stereotypical anime in a lot of ways. It's about a boy who bakes bread. But I'm trying to think really what other anime don't fall into the typical shonen, seinen, shoujo type stuff. Without being caricaturistic. Stella, you could be trusted with a Death Note? Uh-huh. See, this is why I don't reveal my real name. Chadwick, you never cared for it? Chadwick, you like Jinro Wolf Brigade? Same with Ninja Scroll if you don't do period fiction. Aren't they also remaking Ninja Scroll? Or maybe it's getting a Criterion remaster. Tanner, the names feel like Teflon. They roll right off of you. It's fine. I don't think anybody has to like anime or anything like that. If you like Cowboy Bebop, I think Samurai Champloo is pretty good. But it's also a little bit hyper-violent for no reason. And kind of teenager edgy. And you don't need to be into that kind of thing. Granted, I guess I really haven't watched a ton of anime either. Oh, some other anime that might be of interest to you would be something like Akagi, which is about a kid who plays mahjong. There's Hikaru no Go, about a kid who gets possessed by a ghost that plays Go. Which is kind of like the Asian equivalent of chess, that not counting shogi. But how do we save it? I think we're just good to go to the main menu now. Okay, folks, I think we'll go ahead and call things here for tonight. I'll give Mortal Shell at least one more try tomorrow. It does feel a little bit weird. I'm not in love with the game, which I kind of expected would be the case, which kind of sucks because there are a lot of elements of this game which I think have a lot of promise with the action combat and the combo systems, but the controls just kind of suck, which is baffling that they didn't come back and fix it, because it feels like this could have been fixable if the controls are a little bit more responsive. I don't know. But okay, guys, thanks for joining me. Hopefully I'll catch you on the next one at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So until then, take care, stay safe. Last Protagonist out.